easy go.
Hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? Thank you for coming back. As always, I appreciate it. I hope you're having a really wonderful day or not. You know I'm talking to you. You know who it is. Welcome to my channel. I'm Deluxe. If this is your first time, go ahead and hit that little sub button. It really helps out the channel. Hit that like button. It really helps out the channel also again. Alright, so today I am doing another evolutions of a Transformer character. Basically where I give some information about that character and then I show all the toys that I have of that character and everything. And I show some that I don't have also. So basically it's just a little overview of, you know, some of a character of a Transformer. So today I am going to do G1, or not G1, but I'm going to do Mirage. He's an Autobot and he's a pretty cool character. So here's some information. Here we go. Alright, Mirage was voiced by the great Frank Welker, and some might say that Mirage was created with a silver spark plug in his mouth. On Cybertron, he was one of the planet's elite upper class, preferring to spend his days hunting turbo foxes instead of involving himself in the conflict. When that became unavoidable, Mirage enlisted with the Autobot forces. Although he is often unsure about his motives for doing so, which leaves his fellow Autobots finding him hard to trust, you know, in war and stuff. A problem not helped by the fact that Mirage can rarely hide that he is often unwilling to fight directly. He has a contempt for the commoners he is now forced to interact with. He has no lost love for Earth and would happily return to his old life on Cybertron if he could. It is ironic that given his unwillingness to fight, Mirage is a superior hand-to-hand combatant and a skilled sharpshooter, having honed his talents hunting game on Cybertron. He is armed with a rifle which fires explosive armor-piercing darts, but the most important piece of his arsenal is his function as a spy is his shoulder-mounted electrode disruptor, which can bend photons to make Mirage invisible or appear to be where he is not, or even his physical appearance, hence his name Mirage. To go back, some of the Autobots don't trust Mirage, and they feel that even war, that even after the million of years, is beneath him. You know, he's like I guess a snob. War is not, after all, how civilized beings should conduct themselves. He often questions the Autobots' violent means, and not so secretly hopes that the Autobots and Decepticons get along. Because of this, he has been labeled by a few others as a Decepticon sympathizer. Still, he has sided with the Autobots for a reason, and he is there for the Autobots when they need him. And this is for Mr. Josh Fisher. I'm going to go over some. He was in the comics and stuff. So, and originally he was one of the Autobot one of the Arcbots when it crashed in, millions of years ago on Earth and everything. At first, he was reluctant to full-on attack his Decepticon opponents, instead of trying to reason with them. However, after a battle with Ravage, which I remember this one, and I think it was the fourth issue, he tried to reason with Ravage, and then Ravage, wasn't having any of that, so he bit his arm off and everything, and then Mirage shot him. But I remember that, little scene right there in the comics. I thought that was pretty cool from the G1 Marvel comics. He was also in the G2 Generation 2 comics. He was disobeying Optimus Prime orders. Grimlock and led a convert team, which included Mirage, onto the Cybertronian Empire ship called the Twilight to defeat Jaxus and his army of evolved Decepticons. The plan was utter failure, and Red Alert died, and Mirage was destroyed by enemy fire during the following prison break also. So that was him in G2. Later on, he also had in IDW comics, he had a Spotlight comic. And basically he was in a dream, and I have the comic, I haven't read it in a long time, but he was in a dream or something. He kept having dreams about being a Decepticon. I think he actually killed Hound and some others and everything, but he just kept having these dreams about, in flashbacks, that he was a Decepticon and that. So yeah, he had a Spotlight back in IDW. And he has some mottos and everything. Who and what I am, I hide from my enemy. Can you keep up with my speed? Hide yourself, but never your ideas. Now you see me, now you don't. You can't catch what you can't see. And I strike swiftly and unseen. Here he is in one his alt mode was a Formula One racing car. So that was what he was on Earth. So in the anime series, they opted to present Mirage's desire to return to Cybertron as a sad longing, rather than a result of any great dislike of Earth, and his unwillingness to fight was portrayed in more than meets the eyes. They shaped him into more like a gentle character, not especially like a snob suggested by his profile, so his actions immediately after the Transformers reactivation on Earth in 1984 were heroic ones, working with Hound on a plan to dupe the Decepticons using his invisibility power to sneak aboard the villain's space cruiser as it launched. They sabotaged it, and like I said, he had a chance to go back. I think in one of the cartoons or one of his episodes, he had a chance to go back, but he chose not to and everything. So he helped sabotage the Decepticons' ship and everything. And as a result of his own desire not to engage in combat, Mirage's role in that Autobot battles on Earth was a minimal one, leaving him confined to the background of the battlefield, so not present at all most of the time. So he was like a background character. So that was a little tidbit about Mirage. I always liked Mirage. I thought he was a cool character. I love the invisibility thing, where he was, in one place and another place, and you could see his footsteps and everything. I remember that stuff. And, it was pretty cool, little nice G1 character. I don't know what happened to him. I know he wasn't in the movie, I don't think, and I don't know if he got killed or something. He was one of those, throwaway characters, just got killed or something, but I always liked Mirage as a character. All right, well, we will start off with the G1 Mirage. Mine's beat up, mine's not in the best condition, but they never reissued. The Toys R Us never got this one. I don't think the book style got this one either, so I don't know if they lost the mold or anything. I think they did was this part of the knockoffs they did, like with Sunstreaker and the Dinobots and I think Insecticons? I think he was part of that little wave too. Don't quote me on that, but I think he was. But yeah, it's this guy's beat up. But here's my G1 Mirage. Go back. And there you go. Yeah, so that is my G1 Mirage. Up next in the timeline that I have, I think, is the Machine Wars. This was Machine Wars Mirage. That was a small little line. Everything didn't have very many. I think maybe around 10 figures in that line. But Mirage was one of them. So here you go. May have more than 10, but it was very, very little, not a big line. All right, this is Machine Wars Mirage. Up next, I have the Classics Mirage. There he is, old Skinny Minnie himself. I think this was one of the ones that came on the first wave with like Starscream and Hot Rod. I think he was around there. He was early. He was one of the earlier ones. That's Mirage. I also have this is the Blueberry one, the BotCon 2007. I think this was the attendee one. If you attended BotCon, you bought the box set and everything. I think this was the free one that you got. So he has Blueberry. It's translucent, blue for his, kind of his thing that he did, disappeared or, was at another place or something. Basically a Mirage. So yeah, that is the 2007 BotCon Mirage. And then I have another one. I forgot the name on it. This was like an e-hobby, I think, or something overseas. It was one of the Henkei or something like that. I forgot the Electro something distributor or something. Tiger or Liger. Liger was giving him his name, but it's mostly translucent plastic, and you got some nice chrome for the weapons. It's really nice. Sorry, I don't know offhand. I forgot the name of this. I think it's Electro something Tiger or Liger. So there is him. So that's all I have of the Classics bone for Mirage. I didn't get the Henkei. And there was I'll show you, there's a Generation 3-pack that he came in with, I think, Ironhide and another one. So that is Classics Mirage. Up next is Alternators Mirage. There you go. Got some weird window doors. You could collapse them any way you want to, it doesn't matter. But got that big old backpack. Alright, there's Alternators Mirage. And then there was a Biotech one. This was a e-hobby also, I think. This is the clear version of that. Or the translucent. Nice. So you had a little dusty. But yeah, this is the same one as that one, but it's a translucent clear plastic. Really nice. Next we got Combiner Wars Mirage. There you go. Alright, Combiner Wars Mirage. And here's a Creo I built of him too. I lost the little guy, I guess, or something. He's somewhere around here, but the little Mirage Creo figure. Little Lego set right there. So there's the Creo, Lego, whatever, Mirage. Alright, up next I have two Mirages that not really the G1 character, but this was Mirage and Beast Machines. And then this was Mirage and Energon from the Unicron trilogies. He's a boat. So yeah, that is the two I have that are named Mirage, but really doesn't have anything to do with the G1 stuff. So, alright, the third party ones I have. This is DX9 Invisible. This is the transparent clear one that I have. I didn't get the original one. So once again, he's the Blueberry Mirage. There's translucent. And then you got the MMC Ocular Max. You're gonna stand up? Alright. This is the, yeah, like I said, MMC Ocular Max Mirage. So here he is. I think he's still a pretty good, decent figure from Mirage. If we don't ever get a Mirage, I think this will do fine. Back. Alright, there's the MMC Ocular Max Mirage. And then I got the Toronto. This was 2 years ago. This, I think, was 2016, I think. Maybe 3 years ago. I forgot. There's the Toronto one. This is like they had one in Toronto, and then they had one in Chicago. So this side was clear on this one, and then in Chicago they put one out, and he was clear on this side, and had, you know, the other color on that side. And I think they did a couple clear, like all clear white one. I think that was exclusive 2 or something. I don't think very many was made. I might be wrong on that, but I remember them saying they did make some clear ones. So I'd love to get my hands on one of those. But this is the Toronto, TFCon Toronto exclusive of their Mirage from MMC. Pretty cool. Probably should have picked up the Chicago one too, but I was fine with this one. It's cool. Alright, that is my third party Mirages. Alright, so here are some of the toys that I don't have. 1986, he was part of a Goodbye Convoy with Optimus Prime and Red Alert. That's a pretty hard set to find, I think. And then in 1995, he was part of Generations 2. He was a small one, like a little Legends one. It was a black and yellow recolor with a GoBots double clutch. So that is also Mirage right there. He also was a Robot Masters back in 2004. And here he is in the Universe line as a mini Spy Changer. He's got the translucent green right there. Looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind getting this one. I may have this one too. I haven't got all my little ones out yet. He was also part of a 2-pack set with in BotCon 2013 with Mirage and Thundercracker. So it's basically a recolor of the Classics one right here. I did show y'all the the Classics one I got, but I never got the Henkei one. So I'm sure this had better paint, and it had some chrome and stuff on it. So it looks pretty. And just this week, we was also shown the new Siege War for Cybertron Mirage. Here he is. He's looking pretty good. He's all right. And here are some Creos and some bot shots and everything, and Robot Masters that he's been part of also and everything. So there you go. Alright, well I hope you like my little overview of G1, I keep saying G wrong, but Mirage, Autobot Mirage. He's a cool character. I always liked Mirage. He always, he was in that scene with Hound when they got, when they captured Ravage and everything, and just that he was able to, make himself invisible or seem like he was somewhere else, like a Mirage and everything. So I always thought the character was really cool. But yeah, that was my little overview of Mirage. I hope you liked it. I really like doing these things. Next I'm going to do a Decepticon. I think I may do the Triple Changers, Astro Train and Blitzwing at the same time, because I don't have a bunch of toys of them individually. So I may do them together, and I don't know, I may do some other ones. Soundwave maybe. I don't know, I'm going to do some Decepticons. I want to do Starscream, but it's going gonna take a bit. I got a lot of star strings, so we'll see. But yeah, hope you really like this stuff. Hit me down with some comments. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me what you think of you know, Mirage. You know, if he's one of your favorite characters. You know, he was one of the original art bots and stuff and everything. So yeah, go down and hit me with some likes, shares, prayers, and Care Bears. And I guess I will see you on the next Transformers Evolution. As always, hail Hasbro, and good night, folks.